If 5 power x plus 2y equals 5, and 4 power x plus 3y equals 16, find 3 power x plus y. We are going to solve this problem simultaneously since we have two unknown values. Let's go ahead and solve. Starting with the first equation, 5 power x plus 2y equals 5. Let's make the power of 5 on the right side 1, making the power 1 doesn't change anything, because 5 power 1 is still 5. Since both sides have the same base, next we equate their powers. Doing so will give us x plus 2y equals 1, let's call this equation 1. Also, 4 power x plus 3y equals 16, is the same as 4 power x plus 3y equals 4 power 2, because 4 power 2 is 16. Now that both sides have the same base, equating the powers will give us x plus 3y equals 2, let's call this equation 2. Going further, we will solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. Before we do that, let's bring equation 1 close to equation 2. To solve simultaneously, we subtract equation 1 from equation 2. X minus x will cancel out. 3y minus 2y is y, and 2 minus 1 is 1. Hence y equals 1. Next we substitute y equals 1 in equation 1. Substituting y equals 1, in equation 1, will give us x plus 2 times 1, equals 1. Which is the same as x plus 2 is equal to 1 because 2 times 1 is 2. To find x we take 2 to the right side, since 2 is positive, going to the right side will make it negative, so that x equals 1 minus 2, which is minus 1. Hence x equals minus 1. To find the value of 3 power x plus y, we substitute the value of x and y in the expression, so that 3 power x plus y equals 3 power minus 1 plus 1. Adding the powers, minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0, and this will leave us with 3 power 0, which equals 1. From the laws of indices, any number power 0 is 1. Hence, 3 power x plus y equals 1. If the cube root of 4 power 2y equals 8, find y. Let's go ahead and solve. First let's present the indices properly. Doing so will give us 4 power 2y times power 1 over 3 equals 8. Multiplying the powers on the left side, that is 2y times 1 over 3, will leave us with 4 power 2y over 3 equals 8. Next we express both sides to the same base, that is base 2. It follows that 2 power 2 times 2y over 3 equals 2 power 3. Next we go ahead and equate the powers, since both sides have the same base. Equating the powers will leave us with 2 times 2y over 3 equals 3. Next we multiply the terms on the left side, that is 2 times 2y over 3, which will give us 4y over 3 is equal to 3. Going further, we cross-multiply to have 4y times 1, which is 4y equals 3 times 3. On the right side, 3 times 3 is 9. It follows that 4y equals 9. To find y, we divide both sides by 4, 4 will cancel out 4, to leave us with y equals 9 over 4. Another method of solving for y in this equation, cube root of 4 power 2y equals 8. First step is to take the cube of both sides. On the left side, the cube will cancel out the cube root, to leave us with 4 power 2y equals 8 power 3. Next we express both indices to the same base, that is base 2. It follows that 2 power 2 times 2y equals 2 power 2 times 3. Now that both sides have the same base, next we equate their power. Equating their power will leave us with 2 times 2y equals 3 times 3. On the left side, 2 times 2y will give us 4y, and on the right side, 3 times 3 is 9. To find y, we divide both sides by 4. 4 will cancel out 4 to leave us with y equals 9/4. Please subscribe to my channel to encourage me to make more videos, thanks. Find the value of x, if 5 power 2x plus 1, plus 5 power 2x, equals 150. Let's go ahead and solve. From the law of indices, 5 power 2x plus 1 equals 5 power 2x, times 5 power 1. So the above expression can be written as 5 power 2x, times 5 power 1, plus 5 power 2x equals 150. Next, we factor out the common term on the left side. The common term here is 5 power 2x. Dividing the terms on the left side, with 5 power 2x, will leave us with 5 power 1 plus 1. So what we have is, 5 power 2x times 5 power 1 plus 1, equals 150. Going further. 5 power 1 is 5, and 5 plus 1 is 6. It follows that 5 power 2x times 6 is equal to 150. Next divide through by 6. Dividing by 6 will leave us with 5 power 2x equals 25. On the right side, we express 25 to the same base as the left side. It follows that 5 power 2x equals 5 power 2. Now that we have expressed both sides to the same base, let's go ahead and equate their powers. Equating their power will give us 2x equals 2. Dividing through by 2, x equals 1. Simplify square root of 160r, power 2, plus square root of 71r, power 4, plus square root of 100r, power 8. One might get frightened by mere citing of this question. It is simple if we stick to the principles. Let's go ahead and solve. First we start by solving the innermost term, which is square root of 100r, power 8. The square root of 100r, power 8, equals square root of 100, times square root of r, power 8. Square root of 100 is 10, and square root of r power 8 is r power 4. 10 times r power 4 is 10 r power 4. Note, for r, we expressed the square root in power so that we can easily divide the powers to get our square root. Next we add the value under 1 square root. And this will give us square root of 160r, power 2, plus square root of 71r, power 4, plus 10r power 4. 71r, power 4, plus 10r power 4, is 81r power 4. So we have square root of 160r, power 2, plus square root of 81r power 4. Next we solve the inner term, which is square root of 81r power 4. The square root of 81r power 4 equals square root of 81 times square root of r power 4, the square root of 81 is 9, and the square root of r power 4 is r power 2. 9 times r power 2 is 9r power 2. Next we add the value under the remaining square root. Doing so will give us square root of 160r, power 2, plus 9r, power 2. Adding the terms together, will give us square root of 169r, power 2. Which is the same as square root of 169 times square root of r, power 2. Square root of 169 is 13, and square root of r, power 2 is r. 13 times r, is 13r. Please subscribe to my channel to encourage me to make more videos, thanks.